actually not that exciting. Okay, Charlie was telling me the other day,
But the experimenting is controlled
so do you remember I said she had problems with like her flatmate?
Yeah, but what
about where she was going to live. Well, she said that
to make it
she was gonna.
successful experiment.
She went home, and then when she went back on the Monday to see her friends,
It's very rare as a scientist that you just
one of
start
them
logging
lived,
stuff
who she
together.
lives with in her flat now, but was also going to live like next year,
Creative in that I can
said
create solutions.
that she'd done cocaine over the weekend.
Well, I can create innovative solutions to things, but doing a structured way. Improve myself.
Two of the other girls in their flat, right? And
It's still quite naive.
obviously not so automatic.
Things like
Charlie's
that
not sure she's
started
very
out
comfortable with that.
unintentional. Well, not
And like
unintentional,
living
but
with
I
this
just
girl
want to
now, and there's a whole
say
section and she was going to talk to her last night, but she was automatic writer. That's even harder. And she also doesn't think that the girls that they're going to live with
just
like
makes sense.
no, because it's just everyone like talk together and make them up.
No, I mean like
But
right.
and she doesn't know if she has to make like should tell them.
garbled things or so just one of them.
You write automatically. Like you normally have just one of the girls she's going to live with next year, and then you just start writing. And Charlie doesn't know she should tell the other like you thought blue, so you know
she's done it before.
you thought blue. And then you like no, I said that. I said, is it just a one-time thing? Because like she might try it, but never do it again. You know.
Because you don't know that, do you?
No, exactly. And Charlie said she doesn't want like anything stressful like next year.
Kind of sounds a bit like poetry.
And obviously
I get a lot of
there's
repetition in there because I kind of think in that way.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Because
if she doesn't live with them, she's gonna have a studio.
And I couldn't figure out what to write.
She's not gonna live with anyone.
Red camera.
Her dad's gonna pay. He said as long as it didn't. Chris said as long as it doesn't cost.
oh, Charlie's going to have to
Yeah. As long as it doesn't cost much more than what she's living on now,
No, because the camera.
like a couple of £100 more.
So I was like red camera.
That was it.
Then he doesn't mind because he's paying for her accommodation.
Yeah, and then it sounds like a
like
poem.
literally couldn't open
I didn't
source
write
I
it
don't really know what to
what's
say to her
going
because
on
like,
in
Yeah, it's
what
not
do you
like
say to
stands
that?
or
I
don't really know
someone
or
It's
any
a
of the
tricky
pure
one.
stuff. It was literally
But
what
it
got
is,
in
and
front
it
of
is
me.
easy if you think about
People
something
that I
kind of
knew
like
that were a bit
hard.
older.
I was a bit shocked to be
You
honest.
know,
It's-
I mean, I'm not shocked because
Yeah, Charlie said it's quite normalised at uni.
I speak to like literally grown adults who've done a heck of a lot more drugs than I've ever been anywhere near.
What, really?
Yeah.
You can do something.
You know, like, doesn't know what come out.
Yeah, I don't always like what comes out, so I start like letting more come out, but I write over the top of it. So you don't have to read anything that anything I've written.
So, no.
What did he
So,
do?
you know, in psychology, one of the things I think this kind of line of work he was in, when there was, you know,
Is he not a
it
wedding
sounds
photographer?
odd. I think he was in something before. I don't know what he did, but the line of work that it sounded a bit like there was quite a lot of
Drug dealer.
access to drugs at work parties and things. I think we're quite naive out here, aren't we? Because at the end of the day, we live in the sticks. So, you know, like
Education isn't the only
It makes me cringe a little.
we don't have exposure to this kind of thing. Depends on how you has to treat it really.
Yeah, well I feel like
I mean, in
it's
some
harder
ways you
now
can-
to go without.
You know, like it's scary. It's
like
you know, like I think when you live in such a rural location, you don't see this kind of thing. Like for Charlie, you could be a company secretary, but it happens.
But Charlie's been around loads of people that have done stuff like that. Like she's been, she's smoked
a bit more in a multinational corporation. Because not everybody wants that.
No, I know, but my point
tried
is
to
like
solve
really
it.
smooth
It's
out.
very successful. I'm very funny.
And like Charlie's vaped and stuff. And maybe
somebody
even
was
like
to
a
employ
master's
her,
or something.
or if somebody was to
I don't
employ
know.
her externally,
Yeah, we
we
could
want
do-
company secretary.
Ink them.
They'd be looking and they'd be saying, well,
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
redact them.
That would actually,
Although
if you were an
sometimes-
artist,
You laughing at me, attempting to use the materials that you are so familiar with, and I'm like, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. feet.
The ink's a bit better. Well, I actually don't use that.
The problem is like get it over the kind of want to know.
No, I don't use
PhD.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't use
surely
that.
with a PhD as well, how kind of risk, but I just thought, well, I'm not bringing it home.
You've got like experience points where people with a PhD have lost. Tips them in if you want. I've got loads of Amy has to do a PhD to be.
I found it before, she's like, an easy way
These must be the diary she was talking about.
Yeah, because she wanted my advice.
Oh, look, she's talking about when Willow was sick.
I don't think I'd want to live with someone if I was concerned.
I think that's the thing at the end of the day with Charlie. If she's concerned that they're going to turn, I mean, if she's happy to live by herself, then
yeah, she said that she's not sure she'd mind, but she's worried she could get lonely.
Does it not annoy you?
Which is like understandable, obviously.
Yeah, it frustrates you, doesn't it? And then you feel like
It was just, I know.
to be fair today, I went to this one which takes me all
it just needs to be more well.
I think she's got to go with what what feels right for her. If she thinks, because can she talk to this person about it?
Yeah, well, I think
I was
maybe
with her
her
closest
friend
friend
at
at
uni.
The one that's done the
Stuff in my HR.
Because I feel like I just...
And so she was going to live with
I said that to
and two other girls that they don't live with now. I think they're Liv's friends from her course.
Did she do something like that?
But then Charlie, like I said, isn't sure if she should tell said girls.
No, she didn't.
Because Charlie said she wouldn't feel comfortable like signing a contract if
There was a mild
didn't
frustration on
see
that instead of being able to get on with the things that I wanted to
That
get
live
on with.
with
I've just been some dog sick up for.
Does she feel like she can talk to
Well,
the
'cause a lot
The
of
difficult thing here is
the
there's literally not
I
even
think
a
it might have been a graphic
I know.
which is not actually a
Well,
massive
it's not even the nicest way possible. Oh God, the world's come to an end. Why has this always happened to me? I thought I was going to be able to do
You like
this, that, and the other.
So she might
And
have
like-
been a graphic designer for a while.
But you don't know, there's no way that Charlie would even know. what
We weren't
happens in and
taught
around the
to process our feelings
beforehand.
So
Yeah,
If
if
she
she
would
got
have
like
been
more
taught
to process my feelings.
yes.
That's like since I've known
When I
her.
was
And
young,
now she works at East
When
District.
I got
I guess
when
sometimes
you
you
were
have to create
3, you were 6 and Emily was 3, I
And she has,
decided,
like,
well that's when I first
intention
started
to do
my
calligraphy or
kind of
Chinese symbols, but that appears to be what I've ended up doing.
This ink does not work like the ink I have at uni
shut them
at
down
all.
constantly and not, you know, like there was a lot of
Well,
stop crying.
it gets
and that
repelled a
one.
lot
You know,
easier.
denial of your feelings.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm finding.
Long denial.
That's my
It's
disappointing
not
experience
really-
with
So
the ink is
I
it's not
made
but
heading
it's
away
not being
try and
nice.
be more
from the...
and I used to just yell and scream at you and it would stop and that's it. But from that point,
Works a bit
even though
better
you
when
were
you
little,
do with like
and I still yelled and
people off
screamed.
and stuff.
So I
Sometimes
would
it
come
makes
and I would
sense.
say, I'm sorry, it's not okay that I did
She was
that.
like, oh, I think that could
Whereas,
do it.
whereas before,
She's a real people pleaser.
and it probably wasn't like every single time, but as I grew emotionally, I realised well, not hate them, they do, and I think it's helped you guys, and I think particularly Emily, who struggles to manage.
But I think you've got to remember at university,
She had,
like,
in the midst of
you, particularly like you guys,
Literally a
genuinely
placement,
what she
it
is
was
feeling.
off
and
Where
we're such a small area,
Without-
it's just small
Because
group of
I-
friends, and it's like a massive formative
where, you know, I was a horrible
to go somewhere completely
but I feel
different
like
and
I
meet a
told
whole
you, I mean, you took to it
a
quite
whole
well, quite structured.
raft of new people
You know,
And it was
who
like-
are
who've got such
different.
different, can you do that in the utilities?
Not all like HR.
They've got such different
related, not all
in that area
Like,
rather than the
one
site.
was
And for some of them,
literally
like,
in HR.
taking drugs will
And
be
then one was
normalised,
like-
won't it? And for Amy, you know,
And
like,
then the second one was like
honestly,
kind of
the
HR,
people
kind
I
of
spent my
stuff,
first couple of
and
weeks with
then
were not the
third
people I
one
ended up being friends with. The
like
people I ended up being
working
friends
with,
with were
She could
probably not that close,
that
you know,
higher
like,
Rather
well,
than
the
department, yeah, like a
At the
department.
time, they
Really
seemed-
pick ideally.
Years ago?
yeah, like as an older person, as a more mature person. And I was friends with Catherine for years and years and years, right? But I think as an older person, you have more perspective on who suits you, whereas you're all young and you're quite self-aware, but a lot of
Either
I mean,
Manchester or
imagine
Newcastle
Benny.
though, on the open day they said that
I did
most
that,
girls got
like, you know, like, ironically, I see a lot of myself in there. I went to university and literally was like, right, I've got to make some friends. So I just made friends with anybody, and that was it. I just stuck with them, even though they weren't very nice
And
to
then
me.
there was the time on the doorstep I shouted at you. but
that's twice in.
He lives at
And
home.
anyway, at the end of the day,
but I feel like you'd like the texture in that.
in the moment.
It's quite lonely.
I think
Kind of see how
see,
it's going.
some of those books that you've read.
Mine's got
Yeah.
I liked the one about secure love.
Yeah.
They're really,
What's
it's
that?
called Secure Love. It's a woman.
It's a
And
woman.
it's turquoise with some birdies
Yeah.
on it. That one
Yeah.
talks a lot about